Hello everyone, this is Linda. Welcome to Lenny P's Place. I thought that I would turn on the camera and show you my process of how I go about choosing my fabrics for my backgrounds for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. Got it. um, it takes me a long time to figure out what I'm going to do. And so this could be a long video. So when you're bored, which could be in the next 2 minutes or the next 30 minutes, but whenever you're bored, just switch to the end if you want to see what I came up with, or if you're not interested, then I guess you can just move on. I'm rather boring, I know. It takes me a long time to do anything. That's why I don't do any stitching, is because to watch me stitch is, I've said this before, is like watching a little child learn how to print their name. I mean, I'm just awkward and very, very slow and have to start over all the time. I'm taking out, I'm sewing and taking it out, redoing it. So it takes me a long time, and I don't want to watch me. So I know you don't want to watch me do that either. But anyway, let's get on with what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I've got my book. The first thing I have to do is get to my page. Here is the page that I did for January. So now it's time to start February, which is neutrals and fancy flowers. So, well, I know for sure that this is going to go here because I'm just anal that way, and things have to match up. Can't help it. I try to be messy. It doesn't work. It just can't do it. Can't do it. So I just have to go with what I do. And I am, I guess you would call me a symmetrical crafter, because usually everything has to be straight, everything has to be even, and everything has to match. I don't want it to be that way. I really don't, because it's stressful. It's a stressful way to craft, but that's just the way I am. Anyway, I know for sure that this is going to go there. So, and that's going to tie these two pages together. Now, I'm trying to decide if I want to use white with a pale pink, or beige with a bluish green tint, or beige with the pink tint. I'm thinking the kind of the bluish gray color, or the bluish green color, would probably go better with this, but we'll decide about that. I'll decide about that later, and if you're still here, maybe you can scream to me what you like better. I usually start off by working on two. That way I can do the color schemes that I'm thinking about and see which one works out better for me, which I like best. And then sometimes neither one of them do, and I'll just stop and wait till the next day and try again. I'm late, so I don't need to be doing that. I don't need to be dilly-dallying, because I was gone all last week to my daughter's, and I got back Sunday, but I had a lot of things to do on Monday, and then yesterday my granddaughter was here, and so this is the first chance I've had to work on this. So I have to do my background and choose some flowers. I might not get to the flowers tonight, we'll see. because it's actually Tuesday night. And no, it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night. It's one of the, I don't know if you call it a curse or maybe it's a perk for being retired, is that sometimes you just don't even know what day it is. Most days don't matter. I'm going to get up and do the same thing anyway, all over again. I do, like I said, I do keep my granddaughter on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So those days I know. Otherwise, I don't. Anyway, I'm just rambling. So let's see what we're going to do first. I guess try to look for some fabric. So I'm going to just move this over here out of the way. And I'm crafting in the PJs because it's nighttime. Okay, now I do have this big box of fabrics that I will look through first. I have many more that I can look through, but I try to limit it because the more choices I have, the harder time I have deciding what I want to do. So I'm going to back out a little. Whoops, you can see my dummy. Let me back in just a little bit. There we go. Okay. I need to have a little more room here, but okay. So this box, it has stuff in it that I have actually gotten quite recently, and usually don't put it away until the box is full. Well, the box is it's full. It's not a big basket, but it is full, and it is time to put it away. But since I need some fabric for my background, I thought I would go through these and look before I put them away. Now, the first thing I have are these little baby dresses. And yes, I'm going to cut them because they're most, I think they all have some holes in them. Not sure. Yeah, see there? The fabric is just so old and torn and tattered, but I don't know if I'm going to use any of this. I don't think I will. I think I'll leave this. And oh, this one's even worse because and these have been laundered. I just hadn't put them away, but look at how grungy they are. But I'm going to save these. I'm not going to use these today. They're too thin. I'm not looking for anything that I don't think I'm looking for anything that thin. So let me get rid of these. On the floor is a good spot. I'll pick them up later. This is an old lace here that I could use. These flowers would be nice, I think. So I'm going to keep this out because I might, even though I probably won't use this on my background, I might cut the flowers out and use them. So I'm going to put that in the maybe pile for flowers. Let's see. I don't think I want to use any of that. So I'm going to put that down here. Let's see what this is. I think this is a pillowcase. Yep. $1.99. I didn't wash this one. I don't think I'm going to use it though. I don't know. It's pretty, isn't it? Let's see. I could use it on the white, but I don't think I want anything too shiny. Huh. No, I'm not going to use that either. Put that down there. Now this could be something that I could use on for my beige. Could use some of that. There's little flowers in there. Might be nice. And this came off of, I think it was a shirt of some sort. Oh, I really like that flower right there. Yeah, I'm going to hang on to these because these are all flowers and I could use those for sure. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to add that over here with the flowers. And is that part of it? Yep, that's the same thing. So I'll leave that over there. Let's see, what's this? I think this is some of the same, that's some of the same thing. Yeah, that was a shirt. And I don't think there's anything on here that, there's some nice texture on that texture, but no, I'm not going to use any of that. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, a piece of this could be nice for the white page. You know what? I'm just going to cut a piece of this. Just a little piece. I'm just going to cut it like right here. And then if I decide I want to use some of it, I'll just snip a piece off. So I'm going to put that over here. Whoops. Grabbed my book and almost pulled it off the table. Okay, I'm going to leave that in there. And we'll go through that stuff in a minute. I was talking, said I went to my daughter's this week, last week, and she had cleaned out her closet. And she has a professional job. She is she works in financing, as in stock brokerage. She works in that financial advisor capacity. She's vice president of the region that she works in. So anyway, she had a lot of really, really nice clothes. She had them ready to go to the Goodwill, and I said, can I go through them first? She says, Mom, what do you want to go through those old clothes for? They won't fit you. I guess they won't. She wears a size 2, and I'm not even going to say what I wear. Anyway, I said, no, I don't want them for that. I want them for my new project that I'm working on. So anyway, I went through them, and I picked out some stuff that I wanted to cut up. So I had like a garbage bag full when I came home. And I'm not going to use any of that. Anyway, my granddaughter was here yesterday, and so I gave her some, I had my stuff laid out on the dining room table, and she wanted to cut fabric too. I told her, she asked me what it was. I said, it's fabric. So she kept saying, I want to cut fabric. So I had a pair of scissors that were, I'm going to keep that out. Oh, how did these get in there anyway? And look at all these. Oh, there's some dotted. Wow, I don't know how these got in there. I must have cut them off of something. Anyway, get back to my story because I get off track really easy. I had a pair of scissors that were rounded on the end, but they were sharp enough that they would cut fabric. So I gave her some strips, strips like this. And that little girl chopped those things up in little squares. She did such a good job. So when her daddy got here to pick her up yesterday, she was so proud of what she had done. She said, Daddy, I've been cutting fabric all day. Her little hands would get tired, and she wouldn't be able to, she'd stop cutting, and I'd say, well, just let your hands rest for a while. So she'd go do something else, and then she'd come back and cut some more. I might try to work on my page tomorrow. I don't know if she'll allow that because I think she's probably going to want help, and that's not going to work because she's only 3. She's too little to have a needle, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not. I'm not going to put those back in there because they didn't belong in there to start with. I don't know how they got in there. I must have been in a hurry to clean up. I just threw them in that box. I could use some of those. I'm going to keep all of these out, all these white ones, because I'll audition them on my white page. That I think is too thick. We'll put that over here so I can put it where it belongs. This must have been all these flowers. I usually have these in a different place. Was going to go through that spot next, but I may not need to after I do this. This is something I cut up. Well, that is too. Probably all this is. I mean, I go to the thrift store and find things, and then I come home and cut them. This might be, a piece of that might work, just for some added texture over top of something else, or ruffled up or something. I'll just snip a piece of this off. That ought to be big enough to do something with. Let me throw all these over there. So anyway, that is what I had to tell you about my granddaughter. She's so funny. She's only 3, but her papa, my husband, was tickling her yesterday down on the floor. He wasn't on the floor, she was. And he was tickling her, and she said, "No, no, Papa, don't. No, no, don't." So he quit, and he was going to walk away. And she said, "Well," she said, "I assume that I spoke too soon." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "I didn't want Papa to just quit. I just wanted him to stop for a minute." So I said, "We'll call him and he'll come back." So she called him and he came back and tickled her some more. But the things that come out of her mouth, I don't know. This might be too dark. I don't believe I could use that. That's just way too dark. Put that there. Oh, that don't go in there either. Well, I don't know where I got this piece of lace, but look at that, how dirty it is. Somebody, looks like they rolled around in it. It must be grease or something. I don't know. Let's see what else is in here. None of these things belong in there. None of them. That won't work. Well, that's pretty, but it's not for this project. It's too bright. Oh, look at this. Can't use this either, I don't think. No, this came off of some sort of shirt. Had to have. But none of the colors are, I don't think any of these will work. Nope. Put that away. That won't work. That might be a piece of that same stuff. That could have been a piece of it underneath, probably. I don't know. There's another bunch of that stuff I said I couldn't use. So what else is down in there? That's too dark, I think. I think all of that came off of one thing, and none of it belongs in that bag. This is mostly white and beige stuff in there. I don't know how that got in there. That's just fabric there. Don't need to use that. There's a nice feather, but that's too big. I'm finding a lot of white stuff, but not very much beige. But I don't need a lot, and I've still got some other things. I'm going to put that over here in the maybe pile. I don't know. I get too many choices, and then I can't figure out what I want to do. Yeah. I think I'll keep this out just to see if I want to use some. I don't think so. It'd be pretty to put that on, but I don't know if I could cut that or not. Because this fabric is kind of stretchy. I don't know what'll happen when I cut it. I don't know. I might leave it out and see if I can salvage. I would like maybe this piece here, but no, I'm not. I'm going to do my own flowers, I think. Most of them. Besides that, I have enough stuff over there. I'm not going to even look for any more white stuff. See if I have anything. That's beige. Light beige. I might could use a piece of that if I was to iron it. Oh, maybe I could use a piece of that. No, not going to do that. I'm not going to cut it. That's white. I don't need any more white. I need something. That's all. I'm partial to buying white stuff, so that's all white. Okay, I've got some more places to look, but until I get some stuff out here, had some stuff on it. Let me brush that off. I'm going to keep this out because I could use that. Let me get rid of this big box. Do you ladies do this? Have all this stuff? I know some do. But some just make it so easy. I watch some of you ladies, and you just make it look so easy to figure things out, and I just have the worst time. Now, I did have a couple of pieces over here that I brought back when we went thrifting at my daughter's. I think this was a piece of that, but that's too white, and that's too white. Let me put it in this pack to file away. That's awfully thin. Old. Nope, not going to mess with that. All right, and then this is just another piece of white. So, let me see. I have these. This is all linen. I get this from the thrift store where I love to go, called the Scrap Exchange, where people donate their crafty items that they don't want. I get tons of thread there too. These are all linen. Is there anything in here that I might want to use? I'm not going to go through every page. I'm just going to flip through like this. That's too thin. That's too thick. Well, it's not really. It's not really thick. But I don't think it's the right color. What about some of this? What do you think? This is called flax. Let me cut this out. And I might use some of this. Let's see what else is in here. Well, that's off white. That might be better. That's kind of dark. This one might be better, huh? Yeah, this is natural. Let me cut this one out. I'm going to stick that one back in. That one looks like burlap. I think, well, I'll just keep them both out and see. Is there anything else? Not in that one, but I have another one over here. I actually have a couple more, but I'm not going through them all. I'm just going to do a quick flip like this and see if there's anything in here. There's a green, but that's darker than I wanted to use. And besides that, I want something. Oh, look at that. Oh, that might be nice. Could be a little too, oh, this one's even better. It's just got one little stripe. Okay, I'm going to take this one out. I wish I could find some with some pink, but I don't have any books that's got any pink in them, so I don't even need to go looking. All the books I have are linen. They're 100% linen, made in Belgium. But there's another piece. Maybe that'd be too dark. I don't think I'm going to go for that one. I've got enough beige now. I had plenty of white. I had plenty of, oh, there's a green, but that's too green. There is some colors in here. I don't think there's a pretty blue, but I'm not doing blue. I'm doing kind of a blue-green. Ooh, that's pretty, but no, I'm not going to do that either. Because I don't need any more browns and beiges. I think I might need one more. But I want it to be light. Let's see. This one might work. I'm just going to fold that under like that. Until I look kind of it has a kind of a pink tint to it, but it's not pink. Come on, there's a blue, but that's not the right color. Green, but that's not the right color. It's not what I have in mind, because I do have one piece of fabric that I want to use, and it's a bluish green color. And I'll show you that in a minute. Ooh, these sure do feel nice. I'm not going for those today, though. I'll maybe pick those another time. Oh, these are 70% linen and 30% cotton. These on this side are 100% linen. I don't know if all these are. No, these are 100% linen. But whatever these are, they got cotton in them. You can feel it. It's very, very soft. Very soft. Almost has like a suede feel to it. Really nice. Now this might work. Let me close this like that. Somebody must have chose that one for something, not me. When this was a sample book, somebody must have been choosing stuff. What color is this? No, that's kind of a little bit of a green tint to it. I don't know how much you're seeing of this. It's you know, like I said, it's night and it's dark outside. The sun's not shining and my light's not the best in the world. I think that's going to be it for these. And I'm not going to look for any. Oh, wait a minute. I do think I want that piece. Where did it go? Here. I think I am going to take this piece because I haven't checked yet, but I'm going to see when we get to it. I think this might work for kind of sort of matching what I've already. The one thing that I picked out already. Picked out one thing that I know I want to use. Okay. Now that that's done, let me get out my I did want to check for some lace to go on here. Well, let me see what I've got going here first. Let's just do that first. Now I want to separate the whites. There's a piece of lace. Keep that out. I want to separate the whites from the from the creams and the beiges. Now this has white and cream. So that I could use a piece of that for either one. It's very pretty. And it's got little bugle beads in it. I'm sure you're not going to be able to see those. You might catch them shining, but I think that's about all you're going to see. A little bit of shine. Okay, so that can be up in the middle with the, up here with the lace. I'll put that up there with the lace. Those are pretty pieces I cut off of something. And this is some more of that. And I don't think none of these things are vintage. I don't have any vintage stuff in here. That's white too. Okay, those are all whites. And this is, that's kind of a cream color. Anyway, it's lace, so it's going up there. Now these are all beige, not really cream. They're more of a beige color. So I guess I'm going to go with these beiges, and yeah, I'll take some of these, as I can use some of those flowers, I think. And then there's this piece of lace here that I wanted to use the flowers from, so I'm going to put that up there too. Okay. Now, let me see what else I have. What's that? It's a piece of white. That's beige. I have these little packs here that I took out, and I just went through I did go through my little fabric pieces and picked out a few things, so let's get started. All right, first thing is, let's see what we can do with pink. Pink and white, or maybe pink and beige. Let's start with that. Here's a piece of pink. Maybe too bright, I don't know. Here's a piece of pink. This is a feed sack here. I could put a rose on there. I could put it down here in the corner. I'll wait on that, see what else I got in here. Now, if I was going to do beige background, I could use that, but I'm not sure. I like pink and beige, but I'm also very partial to pink and white. So we'll see. Oh, this is the piece that inspired me to go with the bluish green color. And I also thought that it would go pretty good with the page across from it. So I had two pieces of that. I also have a piece of chenille. That would add some texture. Maybe. Let's keep that out. That's still not the big piece I was looking for. I mean, there's still another piece in here. The big piece. This is the big piece. This is the piece that inspired me. Well, it does have blue on it. I forgot about that. That's okay. I don't really want the blue. I'm going to go with the blue-green color. And this is really the right side. But it's too shiny. I don't want to use that. I want to use this side. I like that side best. So I know I'm going to use that, and I know I'm going to use this. Other than that, I don't have any plans for this page, and I really need to figure it out. Okay. And I don't need to be spending a whole lot of time trying to do it, because I don't have a lot of time. Let's see, color's that? I don't know. I don't want to bring any blue in. Here's a little piece of pink. It's kind of a darker pink though. I'll leave that sitting there for a minute. That is more of a beige color. I don't know. I guess I could use beige and pink and white, couldn't I? I could do that, couldn't I? I think I could. It's my book. I think I could. We'll see. Nope, that won't work. Here's some. Now this is old. This is an old fabric, and I don't remember where I got it, but it's a piece of an old garment that I got from somewhere. Now that's beige, and could use some of that on here. Yeah, let's take a piece of this. It's so old it just rips. I don't even have to cut it. It's the right width. That doesn't happen to me very often. I usually have to cut stuff, and then I usually mess it up because I don't cut straight. Not very, anyway. Okay, so there's that. I got that piece. I don't know yet where it's going to go, but we'll keep that up there. And I already put that piece down, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. That's a pretty flower. I could do a flower in there, couldn't I? Yeah, let me put that over there. See, that's what I do. I lay something down, then I think, okay, and then I put it in another pile. And before you know it, I have a ton of piles all over the place. Here's another piece of chenille. I don't know if I want to use any of that or not. So what do? I start another pile. Before you know it, I have so many piles going. Here's an old piece of the canvas. But, nope, I'm not going to go with that one. Let's see what else we got. Okay, no, that's still kind of beige color. Both of these are. I might switch my pink and white to beige and pink, and then decide between the beige pink and the beige or cream pink, and more of a beige colored there. Okay, let's go on. Here's some eyelet I could put on this page, the white page. I could have some eyelet down here. What you think? Eyelet's nice. Okay, let's do a piece of this. It's another old one. Old and, dare I say, rotten. Threadbare. That'd be another thing to call it. Nope, that doesn't work. I'm running out of stuff in this little basket. Oh, here's a piece of, just a plain piece of quilt. Put some quilt on there. Here's some piece of that could work. In a minute, I'm not going to be able to do anything but just decide, because I'm going to be out of stuff over here, and I'm not going to go look for any more. Let's see. I like this. It's a little beigey, I think. Let's see if it'll go over here. What do you think? I could put it there, and then I could embroidery across those little flowers, embellish those little flowers. That'd be a word, something to call it. Let's see. Let's just take a little look-see and see what we got going here. If I was to put that there. I don't know. Some don't look right. Something don't look right there. Let's see. Oh, here's another piece of white. Try it on that side. Here's a pink piece. That might be too, that's too bright. That's that same stuff. That's a different shade. That could go there. There's another piece of white. What about this? What's that? I might could get away with that. Let's see. We could. No, it's too green. It's too green. You might not can see that. It's too green, but I can. Did I have some of that? Oh, what about, I think I said I didn't want to bring any pink in. I mean any blue. Well, that too. That's too dark. I don't want anything that's that dark. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to go with the green anyway. Let's see. If I turn that up. That was what piece I just had, but no, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What else? Is there anything else in here? I don't think there is. Here's a little tiny piece of pink. That's too bright. I don't need but one piece of that. What about that? That could work. Is there anything else? I don't know if I got enough here to... There's another piece of... I got a lot of white stuff in here. I pulled out. There's a little piece of trim. Could go on there on that page. Let's see. I got a piece of that. Oh, look. No. Get carried away now. I think that's about all I got in that basket. Let's see. Let's see. So I decided not to, I decided I wanted to try this. Piece of this. Yes. Let's go with a piece of this. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Don't need to be too big. I think it'll go. All right, now. Is there anything else over here? I really need one more thing, I think. I need one more thing. But in this basket, I don't think I have one more thing. Pretty sure I don't. Pretty sure that I don't. So, all right. I really like that. I'm going to leave that out for a minute. But I think that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else in here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Not that. Not that. Oh, that's that thing I thought was looked a little pink. It is. Okay, let me leave that there. Good thing I came back through here one more time. Sometimes you can look through the same thing a whole bunch of times and actually see something that you completely looked over the first time. Is that the same thing? No. Yeah, that's the same thing. Okay. Well, here's a piece. That looks interesting. It's not really a white, it's more of a beige. And then I got these two pieces of chenille I wanted to try and figure out if I wanted to use them. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use any of this. And after I went and dug these out, I'm not going to use any of these either. So none of those. I already got a piece of that, so back in the basket they can go. And, oh, here's a piece of, that's too dark. Put that back in there. Okay, let's get this thing going. Now, I know I want to use that. I'm not going to use that, I don't think. Pretty sure I'm not. However, I am kind of thinking that maybe it might be nice to, I kind of think I might want to use this here. What do you think? That belongs up there. I kind of like that. Decisions, decisions. I could cut some of that off when I decide what I want to do. And then there's this piece that I said I wanted to use, but where? Maybe not. Maybe not at all. Well, there. I think that's too much. What about down here? No, I want to cover all that up. I want to keep some out. I'll embroidery on. I'll do some stitching on that. What about if I put it there? You think it clashes with this piece? Maybe I don't need all that up there. Maybe I could just keep some of it and cover some of it up. No, I don't like that. Okay, so when I get stuck on one page, I just move on to the next. No, I don't like that. Let's see. If I put that there. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not now that I got it out to use. I don't think I am. I think I might just let that piece go. I'm not sure. I did want to use a piece of this. No, don't think so. I think I'm going to let that go too. So what am I going to use? I'm running out of options. How about if I put, I don't want a lot of color. I only want just the cream, the different shades of creams and beiges. I put that on here like that. Put it up some. There, maybe. Like that. And then put that on there like that. Maybe I don't even need this. Maybe I don't even want this at all. Is it too plain? it might be too plain. It's not showing up the right color on the monitor anyway, so you're really not even knowing what colors these are, I don't think. Hello, is anybody still here? Anybody still here watching the old boring lady try to figure something out? This is what I go through every single time. How about if I put some of that on? What do you think about that? How does that look? Do you think it works? I don't know. If it does or not. Still thinking. I'm still doing some thinking. I don't like that there. I wonder if I put it underneath. What if? I don't want to lose my flowers. Let me bring this down like so. And then put this back like so. Like so. And then I'm going to go through my other laces. I might find something else to put there instead of that. You know what? I think I'm going to go with that. When I get it all stitched down, I think it might be okay. Now I could, nope, I'm going to use vintage laces. I'm going to get my vintage laces out. After I get this one laid out. Let's see. I don't normally have as much problem with pink as I do with other colors. Pink and white, pink and beige, they're pink and cream. They're the colors I usually end up using. And I might just mix some. I might mix some in here. I kind of like this. I'm sure it doesn't show up as anything other than just looking like a plain fabric, but it really has some little, things on it. And I'm thinking about putting it I'm going to move these over here, I think. Let me turn that around. Put that there. And that there. And then maybe, I think I'm going to move this pink square over on this side for now. And it might be a little too big. I might want to do that one a little smaller. Put that down there. Now, I need something for there. Maybe I could use a piece of lace. If I just let it go all the way across like that. Could do that. I guess I could do that. This isn't wide enough. What have I got here? It's got something on. Oh, that's a piece of a berry or something. Maybe I could put that right there. Maybe I just want to do the beige. And then I could put a flower on there. Yeah, let me do that. Let me just use a piece of this. Let me cut this. Is that big enough? I think so. Yep. Well, where'd that come from? I thought I already used that. What'd I do? Move it over out of the way? I must have. It could go here. I could cut that off a little bit. And this pink in the corner down here. And now that just leaves a little space right here. Let me see. Is there anything in one of these scrap bags that might work? I used that already. I could use this, but I really don't want another piece of pink. I don't think. Oh, wait a minute. Where's this thing? That. Let me cut a little piece of this. I don't think so, but let me try it. This is a kind of a knit stuff here, which I guess there's no rule says you can't use it, but I think once I get it on there, it doesn't look as pink. I think it looks a little too peach color, so I don't want to use that. Let me see what's in here. If there's anything in here I can use. Let's see. I guess I must have made that, but that's not going to go on there. I had a big giant flower, but that's too big. Pink. I'm looking for pink. Something. With just a, not pink, but, you know, it needs to have some kind of a, that's too dark. Okay. Nothing in this one. You have some, like I need some more white options. Let me see. I think I'll keep those out. You never know. I might could use them somewhere. Yeah, I guess I made them, but sometimes when we're going off somewhere, I'll pack a little bag of scraps and take with me. And then when I come back, I don't ever take them back out. I just leave them in the bags. And evidently, that's what this is. Just little tiny strips and pieces of stuff that I was going to use to make some snippets, I suppose. Oh, this is too small. I need a little square piece to go up there in the top. My granddaughter took all her little square pieces home that she cut because she wanted to show them to her mommy, but they're just about that size. I might could have found one of those. Hey, here's a piece of, that doesn't go on there. Put that back in there. Here's a little piece of paint, but I don't know if it's big enough. I don't know how to look either. Up there. Oh, I kind of, well, let's see. I kind of like it. I could turn it sideways, this way. No, I could turn it this way. I think so. I think that's it. But you know what? I got it figured out, except before maybe putting some kind of trim or something on it. I could put some of this down here. I could put a little bit of this on. You know what? I'm going to go with this one. Okay, I figured it out. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Now, I can throw this stuff. I'll just throw it over here in this basket. And I'll keep this out. A little piece of this. I'll keep maybe some of these flowers we'll think about. But that comes later. I won't be needing this white lace, so I can put it over here. I can get rid of these things. I don't need any more. Now, should I, it's not something I usually do, but it's something I'm thinking I might do, pin this down and keep it? I think I will. I might use it later. I've already got it fixed. I should have did that before, but I didn't. But since I've gotten the entire thing the way I like it, I think I will put some pins in it and just put it in the back of my book. And maybe I can use it later for something. I'm going to leave these flowers out. I don't know if I'll use them or not, but I'm going to leave them out. And that's done. Yeah, I'm going to pin these. Let me pin these on here. I mean, it's just fabric. I can always unpin it anyway, can't I? I'm not sewing it down, just pinning it. Just getting it ready in case I decide to use it next time. Or I could make some minor adjustments to it if depends on what we'll be doing in March. That pin's bent. I don't like bent pins. Okay, so how's your weather? Ours it's been cold. Here in North Carolina, where I live, we had 3 weekends in a row with snow. Well, you know, we don't often get snow, and I do not like it. I was born and raised in Florida, in the south central area of Florida, which is right smack dab in the middle of the state. It's like 50 miles from the coast either way. And then there's one place that's only about 18 miles. So I'm from Florida, from the coast. Not the coast, but anyway, near it. The ocean on one side is 50 miles, and then depending on where you want to go, it's about 50 miles, and then there's a couple of places where it's only like about 18 miles. So I live close. Live close to the water. Definitely not used to having any snow, most definitely. And my husband's job, we lived in Florida, and then we had to move to Alabama, where we lived for 9.5 years. And I was 25 when we moved to Alabama, so I had never lived anywhere but in the town that I came from. Well, I take that back. for 1 year while I was in school, I lived in Tampa, which was about 90 miles northeast of my hometown. And I went to school there for a year. And so I lived in Tampa. And then when I got finished with school, I moved to Fort Myers. And I lived there for about a year. And then I met my husband, and he was from Montana. So he just came down to visit his best friend who had married a girl that I went to school with, whose mom and dad traveled back and forth to Montana in the summertime because her dad was from there. So they would go, he would work in Montana in the summer, and then he would come back and work in the wintertime in the town that I lived in. And he did headstones for graves, so he always had plenty of work either place he was. I'm trying to cut that little piece out because I'm thinking I might want to use this flower, but these scissors are too big. I need to go with some smaller ones. So anyway, he had come down to visit his friend, and he had just gotten out of the military. And we met, and he stayed, didn't go back to Montana, and we got married, and we've been married for 50 years. So, the Florida girl married the Montana boy. Well, anyway, that's another story. But when we moved to Alabama, it was really much colder than what I was used to. And we lived there for 9.5 years. And then he got transferred again. We went to South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where we lived for about close to 5 years, and I had my fill of the snow. Don't care if I ever see any more, although we do get a little bit here. We don't get much. I'm just not a snow bunny. Don't care anything about it. The little bit we get here in North Carolina is plenty, and I mean, for some people, they just love it, but I find it nothing but an inconvenience. Now, it was not as much of an inconvenience in Pennsylvania as it is here, because it was colder in Pennsylvania, but I'm going to keep that flower there. But they have the stuff to take care of the roads. Here they don't really have the stuff to do it with. So everything just shuts down. Nobody can go anywhere. The snow just sits on the streets forever. I mean, they put down some salt and stuff, but it seems like it takes a long time for it to melt away. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like it. And I hope we don't have any more this year. Hope we're done with the snow. So, that's that. That's my experience with the snow, except for the first time my husband took me to Montana. Not the first time. First time we went in the summer. The second time we went in the winter. And it was cold. Oh, it was so cold. And we passed through where there had been an ice storm. But the roads were all clear because it was up north where, they get out and take care of business. Well, the branches on the little shrubbery, it was nighttime, and not late, but we hadn't stopped for the night yet, and it was dark, and we stopped at this. Well, we stopped at the place where the motel, or what hotel, whatever we call it, that we were going to stay at that night, and so we got out to go and check in, and all the little shrubs, they were just covered with ice, just covered, and the lights shining on them, and it looked like plastic. I told my husband, I said, look at this. I said, they just plant plastic trees around here. I guess there's shrubs and all are plastic, I guess, so that they don't have to worry about them freezing. And he started laughing at me. He said, those are not plastic. He said, that's ice on them. So, yeah, I had no idea. And he still laughs about that, laughs about it. You tell somebody. So, anyway, I'm going to put this in my book and save it. Except that looks a little bright right there. I might have to take that out. If I decide to use this, I might change that out depending on what it is. So I'm just going to put that right here so that it'll stay safe. Now, I do want to see how this is going to look against my page here. Oh, I guess I better put some pins in it too. I was so worried about saving the other one, I forgot about this one. I might change that piece of lace. I'm going to get my vintage laces out here in a minute. That pin's awful long. Let me get my vintage laces out in a minute and check them out. I am going to keep this piece of eyelet trim, and it's not old. But before I commit, I said I was going to use my stuff, and I'm not going to pin that one. I haven't really used it. Well, we've only did one block, so no. But basically what it is I have all this stuff already that's out, and some of it is vintage and some of it is not. I try not to mix my vintage and antique laces with my other laces. Although I have to admit, a lot of my other laces are way prettier. They just make some beautiful laces now. But I just thought for this project, I wanted to use some of my antique and vintage stuff. I used to use a lot of it when I made my lace books, and altered cigar boxes. I would use a lot of vintage and antique stuff on those. But for some reason, all those tags I made last year and all, I very seldom used it. I don't know why. I just grabbed scraps, I guess because it was a small thing, and I just didn't use it. But I said this time I was going to. And so far, I really haven't. I did use a little bit on this first page in January because it was bouncing bunnies and vintage lace. So I did use a little bit of it, but I didn't use a lot. But I do want to use it. I'm making this for me. If I want to hoard my stuff, I can hoard it in the book rather than in a box, right? Okay, now let's see how this is going to look next to that. And keep I haven't put anything together yet, so. And in case you didn't see my other video, I'm doing the tab binding, where you can go back and see it. That looks a little plain, but it won't after I, embellish it. It won't look plain. It does look plain right now, but it won't. So anyway, I think this piece of lace is too dark. I don't think it needs to be, but I don't think my pages clash. I mean, they don't go exactly together, but if I use some, I don't know, depends. I can pull these in. I could even use this right here. Wonder what I made that out of. When I made it. I don't even remember making it, but I know I did. I could pull some of that in. But then I got this blue flower down here, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. I could cover that blue flower up. Couldn't I? Yes, I could do that. That is something that I might do. And I might even could cover that leaf up with something. Piece of lace. So let's, yeah. I'm pretty satisfied with that. When I get it all stitched down, I might even pull in some of this color here, right there, with some floss. Yeah, I think that's going to work out. What do you think? I'm pretty satisfied. I don't know how long it took me. I know it took a while. Anyway, I don't need to keep that in there, but I'll keep that in there because I'm not ready to put that on the page yet. So let's put this away and let's see what else. All right, let's look at some lace. You still here? I've showed these before. This I got from Patty over at Sacred Mementos. I just have to, well, I need to move that out of the way so that we can look at pieces of lace. I need to look at some that's not too dark, but then I got this piece now. I'm probably going to bring in this, maybe. Might not be this. I might use a different one, but it's definitely going to be some type of flower over top of that. I've decided I'm not going to use that. I like this green color. And, you know, it's funny because I don't ever use green. And here I am, first 2 pages, green. Now this is all of these are antique laces that I got from Patty at Sacred Mementos. If you're looking for antique books or laces or anything like that, go check her out. She has an auction every Monday and Thursday nights. I didn't go to the auction tonight because I needed to do this. So that could work. I might use a piece of that. But I don't want to cut it until I figure out if I'm going to use it because I have some more to go through. That's too, I don't like that color. Not for this project. There may not be too much in here that I would want to use. That's too dark. Nope. Okay, don't want anything out of there. Except maybe that one. I'm going to leave that out. There. This I won this on an eBay auction. And it's full of vintage laces. I got it upside down. It came in this pretty antique French box. So pretty. And there's a ton of stuff in here. Oh, I got these came from Patty. That's awfully pretty, but no, I'm not going to use either one of those. Those came from Patty in a different order that I had. that's old and got some stain on it. If I could put that down here. How that would, I think this was a collar or something. Or maybe it was a, I don't know, came off of something, but it's old. I could put a piece of, if I figure out which is the right side. This side, it's the right side. Could have a piece of that down there. I really like this flower. I'm not too sure I like that. I could take that off and just use the flower. Since I already made the flower, I could use it. I could put that there like that. No, I don't like it. Don't like it. So let me fold this up and put this back away. And see what else is in here. There's some little flowers. Look at that. So that would kind of work to go right there. I might have to cut one off. What do you think about that? Maybe I'll put flowers down this side right here. But I don't know, because I got that flower there. I got to put some more flowers on. I want to have room to do some, I want embroidery, at least one or two on here. Oh, geez. Let's see what else. I'm really looking for something to cover up that. One of those. I think that's too big. Here's a piece of something. Oh, that's pretty. I don't want to use that. I might just go with that. I might just have to go with this. I think it looked good there. Here's some. No, I don't want those either. There's a lot of lace in here. I need that. Maybe a piece of this, just plain. It's just got these little tiny little things in it. And I could do some French knots in those. Not quite wide enough though. I could move it over a little, I guess. What do you think about that? I think I'm going to snip a piece of this off. I think, oh wait. Now why does some of this have, there's two different things on here, I think. Let me see. Or did they, ooh, that's old. I guess I didn't really look very close at what I got. I'm bad about that too. I buy stuff and then I don't really pay attention to it. Nah, I don't think so. It has a flower on it, but it's even smaller. So, not that. What's it on? The music department of the Women's Club of Great something. Friday, November 6, 1942 at 1:30. There's two of those. For a door prize. Well, I'm going to put one of these on here. Two of these on here. Because two of them are small. And then I'm going to put the other one by itself. Just not have them on there together. I think I'm going to take a piece of that. Put this back on here. I have some of this somewhere else too. It's been on there a long time. It's got stains from being folded up for so long. Okay. Now I'm going to use a piece of this. Where'd it go? This one. Let me put this back away. I'm not going to use that. I don't see what I need is a little trim. And I think I've got just the thing. I'll have to get it out of my other place. But it's a teeny tiny, tiny little rickrack, I think would work. So I think I'm going to use a piece of this. And I'm going to do some little French knots in the middle of these little flowers. That color. I'm going to bring that color in just to match my other page, because I've already told you I can't let one page be. I can't let it, what do you want to call it? Clash. Just can't do it. Can't clash it. Can't be clashed. It's got to match somewhat. Something about it's got to match. So that's what it's going to have to be. Now, I'm going to put that back. Did I get it all? No. These flowers. I don't think I'm going to need to use any of those flowers. So I'm going to put those back. Okay. I think I've just about got it figured out. That belongs in Patty's box. You need to iron that down because it's, and I need to figure out which way this is going to go. It's going to go this way. Now, do I want to square that off? Yes, I do. Scissors are dull. All right, so I put that there. Ooh, that's getting thick there. Okay, I put that there. Oh man, I was going to look for something to go up there. Something not quite so dark. Okay, I can still do that. Ooh, that pen's rusty. Throw that one away. Hold on just a second. I'm so stiff from sitting so long. I'm going to go over here and see if I can find my teeny tiny little rickrack. Got some little bitty. I saw it just the other day. I got some white. There's the white. Somewhere I have some. I might have moved it. I think I did. Not sure I'm going to be able to find it right off the bat here. Hang on just a second. Give me just a second. Just a second. And let me look for a minute. If I don't find it in a minute, I won't worry about it for right now. I'm always moving my stuff around and then I can't find it when I want it. And then I have to hunt and hunt and hunt. And that might be the case now. I might have to hunt for it. One or two more places and then I'm going to call it quits. That's not it. I keep finding all this rickrack, but it's not the one I'm looking for. On it. if I didn't want to find it, I could. You know how that is. It's hiding. Somewhere. It's hiding from me. I have all these drawers of lace. And most of it is vintage and antique. But what I'm looking for is hiding. So I'm going to have to find that. I'll have to look for it another time, because you probably left already. If you were waiting on me to find my, I could use some, no, I was going to say I could use some tatting, but I don't think so. Well, that doesn't beat all. I don't know where it went. I know it's right here somewhere close by. I really wanted to find it because I wanted to see if it was going to work. I can find every one but that, so I'm just going to have to look for it later. I won't keep you waiting. I say that as I keep rumbling around in here, looking, rummaging, thinking I'm going to come across it any second. I just know here it is. I got one smaller than this, I think, but that's okay. I'll work with this one. Maybe I'll look for the other one. But I did find this, but I think I have one that's a little bit smaller. But let's see if this works. I think it will. How about if I do that? I think that might work. I'll snip a piece. And I grabbed a few other things while I was over there, because I had some more things. Because I want to put something else up there. I think I don't want that. Let's see about this. This has got a little bit of texture to it. That might be not wide enough. I could layer something else with it, I think. Because that's kind of a... no. I think I might think about this. I'll chop off a piece of that. And no. Anything on here I could layer over top of that? No. Well, maybe I could put this down like I had it. Like this. And put that right there. Nah. I'm not feeling it. Not that. Anything else close by I can dig through. Let me see. Or is anybody still here? Did y'all all leave? Did all of y'all leave? I wouldn't blame you if you did. Nothing in there. I got some scraps. Let me dig around in here, see if there's anything in here. I just want something to go up there, but not that, I don't think. I got a glove. I could use a finger. No. That's not big enough. Looking for something cream. Anything gonna pop out at me? Let's see. Here's some tatting. I don't think that's gonna look good up there though. It's just too delicate for this. That's all white. I have tons of white stuff. Just tons of it. What about a piece of that? Well, I hate to cut that just to get that. Well, I don't know though. That's kind of pretty. This way. You think it's going to be too busy up there if I put that on there? I'm not sure. Let me cut a piece off and see. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to do anything with it anyway, but use it for my crafts. So this is one. So that's what I bought it for. You know what? I kind of like that. See if I take this out and put that right under there. Get it kind of centered in the middle. I think so. I think I like that. So I'm going to chop it off on this end because I want these to be centered and I don't want that on that side. So I'll chop it there and I'll chop it there. Those go there. This is a vintage piece. I really think that's pretty. I'm going to use it somewhere, but not now. I'll just stuff it back in there. And I think there's nothing else in here that I would want to use. These are mostly big pieces anyway. And here's some. That's too white. Too white. It doesn't look white though, because here's white. Let me see. This might. No. I was wondering if I should put something down the side over here. I think I might. Let me just take a piece of that. I need to iron it. I think it's a little bit. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this is pretty. What if I used a piece of this? Boy, it is really stained up. You see that? Now that, no, because I already have that, so I don't think that'll go, but oh, no. I keep thinking I need to wait because I want to put some of my own flowers on there. But you know what? This might be pretty. I'm going to chop this one right here. I might use this piece. I might use this piece. not there. But I might put it up here somewhere. I don't know. I'm going to leave it out as an option. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to make do with these things that I have got here. I'm not gonna go looking for any more. I was going to use some of this lace. I still might use one of those flowers. It's still an option, but I'm not going to cut it out right now. Okay. But I could put some of that down here, right over here. But I'm thinking maybe this might be better, a piece of this a piece of this might be better. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put a piece of this rickrack trim here, I think. Unless I just happen to come across something else. That's what's going there. And I don't want to waste it. This old stuff is not going to be able to be replaced, and I don't need to be wasting it. There's only so much of it out there. And it's getting to be less and less. This may go on here, and it may not. I don't know if I'll be able to figure out how to use it. But I think this is going to be my page. And one more time. I don't know about this. I have lots of this kind of stuff. And this piece I might trade out later. But it will be something similar to this. It don't want to... It's stiff. It doesn't want to lay straight. So let me pin this on. I'll cut that off up at the top. I don't like those little long pins. They're too long. Let me see if I can get this to pin. Because I'm getting some layers here. I'm going to have to make sure I find myself a sharp needle. I go to sew on this. Let me stand up here so I can see what I'm doing and probably get my head in here. You can see all my gray hair. I think I get my head in my videos quite a bit. I just think I kind of forget that the camera's on because I don't do a lot of this, and I don't do process videos. For one thing, I can't edit. I don't know how. And I really don't want to learn anything new. That's being lazy, I suppose, but you get what you get when you come to my channel, because I don't know how to edit, and I really don't have anybody to teach me, so nobody has time. My son, he works on computers all day at his job, and he really, when he comes over here, he really doesn't want to think about work. And I don't like to ask him. And I do fine. If I have a problem with my computer, I tell him and he fixes it. But I don't really want to ask him to teach me anything new. I'm happy with the way I do mine. And I'm not looking to, I'm not looking to make a living at this. Not at my age. I just have fun coming on here, and if people want to watch me, I'm happy that they do. But it's not a business for me. I know there are a lot of people that it is a business for, and I try to support those people that I really like. I try not to miss their videos. I try to always watch them and support them when I can. And just put a pin right in here. I might have to go back and iron this a little bit before I start stitching it on, because it seems a little wrinkled up. If I put this in here, get that straight. I'm about to call it done. I'm about to say done with this. And I think I'll do my accents with that color, a good bit of them. I'll pull in some other colors too, but I'm pretty satisfied with my background. Cut that off. That's some kind of GIMP or something, I think is what you call it. I don't know. It unravels. Okay, let me get rid of this. Put that back away. And what I got down here on the floor, pieces of lace. Oh, that's those pieces I cut off a while ago. Put those over there. Okay, now, what a mess. Okay, the only thing I have left to do is just take one more look in my book to make sure I'm happy with the way it looks. And on here with this, I think that's going to be okay. What do you think? You like it? You think it's okay? Think it goes with this other page over here. This is going to be much better when it gets, I got to iron this. It's wrinkled. I'll iron it out like I did this one. And yeah, I think that's going to be just fine when I get through. Yeah, I'm happy with that, I think. But, you know, it takes me a long time. But once I get it done, then I can start stitching on it, and it'll be done by the end of the month. It'll be done in time to start another one. I am debating on whether or not I'm going to use this flower. I might possibly use a different one. I have to look. I haven't even looked to see what kind of, well, let's just, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll save that for next time. I might come back on in a couple of days and show you my progress and look at flowers then. But that's just a little idea now of how it can be. And yeah, I didn't pin that rickrack down. It looks a little crooked, but it's just because I moved it around a little bit. I think it's good. There. Okay, if you're still here, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're only here for a little while, thank you so much for just stopping by and checking out what I was doing. And I'm thinking now that maybe I want to put something in there. It looks too bare up here when I look in my monitor. It looks very uneven. Yep, I might have to go back and rethink that, but I'm not going to do it with you. I'll rethink it on my own and show it to you when you come back. Okay, thanks a lot for stopping by, and please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.